welcome to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee. Nearing the midway point of this season, week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Kansas Jayhawks and the Memphis Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So Memphis offense will have the football first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking for room, it's Hatcher. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Going for the marker on the ground. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he caps things off with a scintillating 68-yard scoring run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Jayhawks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week. Nope.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Fires to the middle. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. The Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to bring it back. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're testing the right side here. Nice move there. Breaks into the open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
Quick release by the QB. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Really nice time to go RPO there by the offense. Third and short, you might run the football. You got to fake that, certainly, and it freezes the defense just a split second enough for the QB to spit that thing out to the perimeter to make the catch and get the first down.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Look out. Here's a little room there. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. He now has 106 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might be changing the route. Off play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside, it's Hayden. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Makes a catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page. What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to pass, it's Nolan. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quickly to the tight end. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. Running free. Getting this offense going. Stopped him at the 38 after the huge gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Jayhawks in the hurry up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Moving away from pressure. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Wants to throw. It's Nolan. Fires to the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We kick things off with Cal, taking on the #1 team, the Oklahoma Sooners.
Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Coach Lightfoot told me coming out of the locker room, their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Reese?
Holly, thank you.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler.
Welcome to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And, man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip? Right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit, because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Back to pass, it's Marshall. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
He'll get rid of it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had two last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hayden. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Flag 14. Flag 14. Where did he go?
Right back to the well. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Direct snap. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team.
Could be an alley. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Hayden. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hayden. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
We knew this offense wanted to come into this one, establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front. This guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and 6 yards to go. To the air, it's Marshall. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Well, in recent years, Kansas's offense has been most dynamic and most dangerous when they've been able to run the football. That was certainly the case when Devin Neal was there. And so who's going to be that new guy, David? I know they went to the portal to bring some familiar faces, maybe some guys that a lot of Kansas fans may already know about based on who this team has had to play, but no question, they've got to run the ball.
I'm about to say know about and not like this in the past, right? Edwards was over at Kansas State. Now you switch to the Kansas uniform, and Rock Chalk Jayhawk is excited about him. Andy Koltanecki coming back to the Kansas staff. This is an offense that likes to run the football. They want to be physical. That's how they start on offense.
They'll run it to the right side. Got enough for the 1st. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Here comes the Memphis offense to start this drive. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
Ready, go!
Running inside, it's Hayden. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the right. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th.
And that's a big throw. That's a big time.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll try to sneak it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. The run inside. It's Hayden. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Rushes on him, and it's a sack.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And they come up with an explosive play there. The quarterback had exactly what he wanted. Man coverage, safety in the middle of the field, so he throws the go route to the outside, finds his best one-on-one matchup. And how about the speed and the ability to track that football and give this offense a jolt?
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again.
Here we go. Ready? Ready to go.
Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that.
Got him on the grass. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Running the red zone. It's Hayden. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Now we get a timeout call by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Ready, go.
Rides to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Kansas will take a timeout. That's their second. And and they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On first and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They're dealing with a second and long. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. To the air, it's Nolan. Oh, they're after him! The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Jayhawks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play action fake. With the catch, it's Brown. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
Takes the handoff. It's Covey. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Memphis needs to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten paid earned in this one, and number's 11 13 on the season. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Got it in the middle, it's Pickett. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Jayhawks want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Second down coming up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll try it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Jayhawks are marching down the field.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
To throw, it's Marshall. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Jayhawks in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a gap, it's Edwards. Good, solid tackle.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now, and it's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Headed into the fourth quarter, these two wide receivers, prolific playmakers. Here's how they've done in this one so far. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for open space. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Men don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down. Now, the offense is in an interesting situation.
Still looking, on the move. Nice move to pick up yardage. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on fourth down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Using his legs, it's Hayden. Finding some room. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. A lot of yardage in front of them. First and 10 from their own 19. Back to throw, it's Nolan. That's caught. It's Carter. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest, but
there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Going to try to get it himself. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. 2nd down now after the sack.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. These corners going to give them some space. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to fire deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
The Memphis Tigers offense ready to set up shop. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Nolan. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Memphis hoping to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the air on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the ground. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Makes it past the marker. Great move. Now he's got room. He's finally hurt it out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look good on the stat sheet, and that's about it, as this one's almost in the books. One more play to pad the stats. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.